those of you working there, if you're looking for a great outdoor television program to partner up with. Beautiful, wonderful turkey sandwiches. Yeah, buddy. I'm ready. I got my finishing up this McAllister's iced tea, saying if they're interested in working with the quality outdoor program, yeah, that wants to come out here and cater to the Rat Shack, Rut Hut, Lover's Lane on the other end, we welcome you. Let's go, buddy. I'll take you in. I'll be right back.
I think we're ready.
Ron, did you hit the target?
Bad Hunters TV is being brought to you by Muzzy, Bad to the Bone, Real Tree, Family, Friends, and the Outdoors, Scentlock, Proven Deadly,
We got this new little project going on today on the Raven. This is a plot that we planted a couple days ago. We got a good little rain on it yesterday, so we're just now kind of learning how many deer we have and what the carrying capacity is as far as how much food we have versus how many deer we can hold and feed on the place. So, and what this is going to allow us to do is, you know, some people plant their food plots and they think they got bad seed, or they think they didn't get a good germination, or their food plots are just kind of stunted. In reality, they've got more deer than what they have food for. Deer can actually be coming in there and just eating it off. You know, at the end of the day, your food plot isn't making enough food for how many deer you have. That's what we're trying to figure out today. We're going to set these browse cages, and that's going to allow us to see how big the food plots have got within the cages versus the rest of the food plot. You know, it's going to tell us the story on a lot of different things. It's going to tell us if we've got enough food for the amount of deer we have, how we need to kind of manage it as far as our doe numbers and our overall herd numbers. It's just going to give us a lot more better idea of what we can withstand on the place as far as deer numbers go and how our food plots are growing. And I tell you what, we got about 1.5 acres of big tine foundation clover down here in this bottom, and really for the soil condition, it looks pretty dang good, but the pH on the soil down here was about 5.5 when we checked it, so it's terrible. We brought in, Dustin's actually spraying some Deer Grow plot starter right now, and that liquid calcium is an instant boost in the pH. Well, one thing I can promise you that never ends is the amount of work that goes into the Raven every year to make it what it is, and this year was no exception. We had a ton of acres of food plots to get in the ground. The big tine seed was there. The work was fixing to begin. Between the food plots, trail cameras, tree stands, ground blinds, the list goes on. We had a pile of work before this first bow camp took place. We're putting in these Millennium sticks here. These are the segmented aluminum sticks that they got, and these things work slick, especially sometimes you don't run into an issue on a straight tree like this, but if you get a tree that's leaning at all, or you know, different size or whatever, got a crook in it, sometimes a full one set stick won't work, so these segmented sticks will allow you to get in just about any kind of tree that you want. We just got another set of Millenniums in. This is a spot we call the hole. It kind of sets down in this little low spot. Almost shaped it like a boomerang right here with a little water hole right in the, or it's probably more like a horseshoe, honestly, with the water hole right in the top end of the horseshoe. Stand in a little white oak right here, probably 25 yards, and we got it pinched right here. We put the stand right there because we used that water hole to almost make a natural pinch in this food plot. And this spring, early spring, we went about 150, 200 yards here on the upwind side on a little knob that a lot of bucks like to bed in, and we went in there and made a hinge cut, about 2 acre hinge cut, straight to the north of us. So we'll hunt this on a northerly wind, and it should be good because that, where we did that hinge cut, will keep them close bedded there enough to where we should see good daylight activity in here come fall. That thing come together good. It's always nice. You put leave those trees out in front of you like that, kind of break it up.
I'm telling you one thing right now. We have entered the 5-star resort known as the Rut Hut, the Rat Shack, and the Raven Ranch combined.
And the Love Hut. Don't forget about the Love Hut.
And the Love
That's
Hut.
where we're putting you at.
Welcome back, boys. Good to see you. How was
the ride?
It was great.
You know, normally if you're hunting with outfitters, all the pressure, no matter who you got in camp, lies on that outfitter for them to have a good hunt. But in this case, we're hunting our home dirt. We're hunting the Raven. And all that pressure comes right back on me, man. So I am stressed to the limit to make sure that everybody hopefully has a great hunt this first bow camp.
That's like Stubby the Steer 2.0.
Yeah, I think he's 4.
I'll tell you what he is, old enough.
I think he's
Got you a good meat buck there?
Meat buck, yeah.
So Brian and I, we're rolling into camp, and unfortunately I become like Sherlock Holmes because over there at the trail camera station, there's a lot of whispering going on. There's a lot of secrets. I'm not sure I trust my man Birdsong, but we'll figure it out.
I feel like we got this thing just pure laced with millenniums. We got one down on the other end where we hunted last night. We got this one we call the Charlie Brown tree, and then this summer we hung another one right straight across from us here about 40, 50 yards. And we did that way basically we can hunt this with about any wind, and with having multiple stands and multiple options for wind directions, we can about get them about any time they're in here. You know, used to, I was all about the rut. That's all I could think about was hunting that late October, early November, into the middle part of November. But anymore, especially with these early season food plots like the Big Time Foundation clover that we're scattering throughout the farm, and with what we're seeing on trail camera, we've got high hopes for this first bow camp.
Back towards this little point. Oh yeah, here comes a buck right here. Back over my left shoulder. Here he comes. He's gonna come up and bump these does. Here he comes. I think he's a 3-year-old 8.
In their management right now, they're really looking at taking out some of these 8-pointers. For Scuba and I, we were having a hard time telling if this deer was 3 or 4 years old. Sometimes he looked 4, sometimes he looked 3. It was early in the hunt. We knew there were some other bucks in the area, so we decided to pass.
Crazy to think it's 90 degrees this afternoon out here in Missouri, and he's already feeling it. You've been listening to that Boys to Men down there in the timber. But he got in here, gave us a good shot, but with what Randy and the boys are trying to do at their management, it was too hard to tell if he was 3 or 4 at moments. He kind of had a little bit of a neck muscle. I was thinking he might be 4, but it was questionable, so he got a free pass.
Deer movement is pretty much non-existent at this point. We're soaking wet, camera gear is soaking wet, everything we got is soaking wet, and all of a sudden when we think that it's pretty much over, the rain kind of lets up and we look up and there is the Kansas 8 standing right there outside of the food plot.
Still got plenty of light. Here he comes. He's the back one there. He comes out right there. He's gonna be too far. So dang close. I had him at 59 yards, but it's right at last light. I feel like that's gonna be the deer of 9 lives. Usually they come right down through this cut. For some reason, the last 2 nights he stayed up here. He looked up in the woods, something got at him on the edge. Dang. So dang close. Let's slide out of here before anything comes back out. Well, ain't nothing in the field.
Well, that was a rough evening, ladies and gentlemen. That was
Brian, tell us all about it.
That was hot and miserable and bees.
So as you can tell, Brian had the hunt of his life. Let's go up and see what Bird's got going on the grill up here. What's the story?
Brian, I hope y'all got a better story than I got.
Brian's is probably more humorous.
Really?
We saw 6, nothing within 6,000 yards.
No, tell him what happened. Bees, Randy.
Oh,
There were bees.
in the blind.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. I'm serious. There were bees in the blind. I'm not.
Jerry said as soon as Brian got in the blind, he said, ah!
Well, guys, who's ready for a burger?
Just sitting here watching it rain for about the 5th day in a row, it seems like, in Missouri. We got a little low pressure front. That joker is camped out on top of us. We're trying to get a game plan for this afternoon. We got a bunch of trail cameras, probably 20 more or so to check on this place, and wanting to get out and try to figure out what's going on the last week or so when we haven't been here. But dang, it won't quit raining. I mean, it has rained and rained and rained. Got soaked yesterday in the tree. Thought it was gonna move out, and another little low pressure cell come in here, and it's rained all morning on us. Can't catch a break in Missouri. We need to be out there getting some intel. Man, we've got bog cameras scattered all over the Raven, and especially this early season, we are really depending and keying in on these trail cameras and the intel we're getting off of them to kind of base our whole week of hunting around just that.
If you see a buck tonight with any sort of horn, legal of course. Cody, I better not have to tell you to shoot again. No games tonight, Hoss.
It is hot in Missouri, but nonetheless, we're about to strike out after them.
We're hoping for a buzzer beater tonight, last afternoon out here at the Raven. It's been a fun hunt. It's been a little bit of a tough hunt between real hot temperatures, even today's high 80s. Fallen acorns, it's just been, we've had some things working against us, but we've had fun. So kind of Randy and the boys to invite us out here to hunt with them. This place is unbelievable. We've seen, several deer for the conditions. Almost got a good buck the other night. I wasn't sure if it was one of his shooters or not, so better safe than sorry, or a bird will send me packing. One way or the other, we're thankful to be here. Thankful for a great hunt, another season. And one of those Missouri bucks decided to show himself here in the Show Me State tonight. We're gonna let Muzzy take flight. Let's go, 4th of all. At least they're starting to move a little bit. There comes another spike out in the back corner, Scuba. There's a buck behind him. He's still inside the timber. Looks pretty decent. Yeah, it's that squiggly 8. It's that 8 we saw the first evening. He's coming out of that back corner. You see him? Another buck behind him. He's the second one. Okay, here they come. There comes another spike out in the back corner, Scuba. There's a buck behind him. He's still inside the timber. Looks pretty decent. Yeah, it's that squiggly 8. It's that 8 we saw the first evening. He's coming out of that back corner. You see him? Another buck behind him. He's the second one. Okay, here they come. He's running that doe. All right, he's coming back. Coming back. What if he turns? Got him good. Got him. Came in, gave me 42-yard shot on the last evening. Have to look at it, maybe a touch back, but I mean, it center punched him. First deer shot at with the V3X. Oh, I mean, I was tore up. I think we got him. I think we got him.
All right, Raven man. I'm hoping for some room on that skinning pole. I'm hoping for some room on that skinning pole. Boys, thank you
job, buddy.
for having me. We're scouting. Once that wind kind of laid down, we had two spikes come out right under us, and we had a doe come out in that back corner of that plot that I was telling you about. A lot of them deer are moving out. And a little while after that, another spike came out from that back corner. When he did, I looked up, I can see this buck.
Back right?
Yeah, the back right from the stand where he hung it. I mean, we were feeling good. We were fired up. We launched in Easton, but after looking back at the footage, I did not realize in the heat of the moment, he was slightly quartering to me a little bit harder than I thought. The shot looked a little bit back, so we decided to play it safe. Sometimes in bow hunting on hits like this, the best thing you could do is give this deer plenty of time, and that's exactly what we did. We were gonna go in first thing in the morning to recover the deer. We'll give him some time, but I feel good about it. We smacked him, son.
Good job, dude.
We smacked him, son. I was pumped up.
Hey, you saved the camp.
All right, got a shot of the great buck last night, and to be honest, I hit him a bit back from where I wanted to be. We reviewed the footage, gave him plenty of time. Randy and I snuck in last night, brought it a couple hundred yards. We were on blood, but just went a little bit further than we felt comfortable with, so we backed out, and we brought in the hounds this morning. If there's any crew that can find it, my confidence is with this crew, so we're gonna go in there, give it our best. We got some rain moving in later this morning, so good Lord willing. So we'll be celebrating over a cup of coffee shortly.
I feel like we better get started.
We better get going. All right, let's do this.
Thunder is cracking.
Boys, white belly. White belly, boys. We got him, boys. We got him, boys. I cannot thank my man Birdsong, Cody, man, Big Hoss, Dustin, enough for the opportunity to allow us to come out here and hunt. You know, these boys here at the Raven, they spend all summer long, all year long, making this place incredible, and I'm proud to call you guys friends, and for 12 seasons, I'm proud to be a part of this team. Let's get them tagged up and celebrate over a couple Folgers, man.
Dang right. Good job,
Cheers,
bud.
yes, thank you, Lord.
This is gonna be hard for me to admit. I know that I give Birdsong grief sometimes, but what him, his brother Cody, and Dustin, and his dad have done at this place is nothing shy of incredible. We appreciate the opportunity to come out there, and I could not be more thankful to get my hands on my first ever buck taken at the Raven. Boys, I'm proud of the work you do, I'm proud of the friendship, and thank you for letting me be a part of your amazing farm.
Apparently deer aren't the only things addicted to big time. This is honestly unbelievable. The good thing about this is I'm super confident in the rest of the set.